Two people, same city, same neighborhood, similar rent, similar salary. One of them always seems to have money. The other is somehow always stretched, despite earning well, despite working hard, despite doing everything they're supposed to be doing. What's the difference? It's not income, it's not luck, it's not even discipline in the way most people think about it. It's the hidden cost of their lifestyle. Because the real reason most people feel broke isn't their rent or their groceries or even their occasional splurge. It's the quiet, relentless drain of everything they've accumulated. The stuff, the subscriptions, the maintenance, the upgrades, all of it silently eating their income before they've had a chance to do anything meaningful with it. Minimalist money isn't about deprivation. It's not about living on rice and refusing to enjoy yourself. It's about cutting the financial fat, the spending that costs you real money and gives you almost nothing in return. Today, 10 rules, practical, immediate, and if you actually apply them, genuinely life-changing. Rule 1. Calculate the real cost of ownership. The price tag is just the beginning. Every purchase comes with a lifetime of hidden costs: maintenance, storage, insurance, repairs, upgrades, and eventually disposal. A car isn't just the price you paid. It's fuel, servicing, insurance, parking, tires, and the creeping depreciation that chips away at its value every single year. Before you buy anything significant, ask one question. What is this going to cost me in total over the time I own it? That shifts the decision entirely. Something cheap upfront can be expensive over time. Something pricier upfront can be economical if it lasts, requires little maintenance, and holds its value. Real cost of ownership is the number that matters. The sticker price is just the opening line. Rule 2. Think in cost per use. Here's a reframe that will immediately change how you shop. Divide the price of anything by the number of times you realistically use it. A 50,000 naira pair of shoes you wear twice a week for 3 years costs you roughly 160 naira per wear. A 15,000 naira pair you wear twice and abandon costs you 7,500 naira per use. Which one is actually expensive? Cost per use thinking kills impulse purchases. It rewards quality over quantity, and it forces you to be honest, not about what you want to do with something, but what you actually do with it. The expensive gym membership you use 4 times a week is cheaper than the cheap one you stop visiting after January. Buy less, buy better, use what you own. Rule 3. The replacement test. Before buying anything new, ask, am I replacing something or am I adding to a pile? This is the replacement test, and it is ruthless in the best possible way. Want a new bag? Which one are you getting rid of? New kitchen gadget? What's leaving the drawer? Another pair of trainers? Point to the pair going out the door. If you can't name the replacement, that's data. It means you don't actually need the new thing, you just want it. And wanting something is fine, but wanting it isn't a good enough reason to spend money and add to the quiet clutter that costs you space, attention, and eventually cash. The replacement test won't stop every purchase, but it will stop the mindless ones. Build spending friction. The modern economy is engineered to make spending as effortless as possible. One-click checkout, saved card details, buy now, pay later at the point of sale, notifications designed to pull you back to apps where money leaves your pocket. Every barrier between you and a purchase has been systematically removed. Your job is to put some of them back. Delete saved payment details on sites you overshop on. Introduce a 48-hour rule for any non-essential purchase over a certain amount. Move your spending money to a separate account so the friction of a transfer gives you a moment to think. Spending friction isn't about willpower. It's about giving your better judgment the time to catch up with your impulse. Most purchases you feel urgent about on Monday feel much less urgent by Wednesday. Build the pause into the process. Rule 6. Define your enough. Here's a question most people never seriously ask themselves. How much is enough? Not enough to survive, not enough to get by, enough to live well, by your own definition, not by the standard someone else set. Without a clear answer to that question, there is no finish line. Every upgrade seems reasonable, every addition seems justified. Lifestyle creep isn't dramatic, it is a series of small, individually defensible decisions that collectively trap your income at a higher and higher cost base. But when you define enough, a specific housing standard, a specific wardrobe size, a specific dining out frequency, you create a ceiling, and everything above that ceiling becomes savings, investments, and optionality instead of just more stuff. Knowing you're enough is not a limitation. It is the most liberating financial decision you can make. Stop paying for status. Let's be direct about something. A significant portion of consumer spending is not about function, it's about signal. The brand on the outside, the label people can see, the version that communicates something about who you are or want to be. Status spending is expensive because you're not paying for the product, you're paying for the perception, and perceptions are insatiable. There is always a newer version, a more exclusive brand, a higher tier to chase. None of this is a moral failing. The desire for status is deeply human, but it is worth being honest with yourself about when you're buying something because it serves you and when you're performing for an audience that's mostly not paying attention. The minimalist money rule here is simple. Pay for function, quality, and genuine enjoyment. Stop paying for the logo. Rule 9. Make saving the default, not the remainder. Most people save what's left over after spending. This is structurally backwards. If spending comes first, saving will always lose. There will always be something to spend on. The remainder will always find a way to shrink to zero. The rule is pay yourself first, before bills, before groceries, before anything discretionary. A fixed percentage of your income moves immediately into savings or investments. The rest is what you live on. This is not a new idea, but the number of people who actually do it consistently, automatically, without exceptions is small, which is exactly why financial stability feels rare even among people with decent incomes. Automate it. Set it up once, stop making it a monthly decision that requires willpower. Saving by default changes your entire relationship with money because it removes the illusion that there was ever a choice. Minimalist money is ultimately about this, trading visible consumption for invisible freedom. Most people who have made that trade will tell you it's the best financial decision they ever made. Now, our 10 rules. Simplify to stay consistent. The final rule is the one that makes all the others sustainable. Complexity is the enemy of consistency. The more complex your financial system is, the more accounts, the more rules, the more tracking, the harder it is to maintain, and the more likely you are to abandon it. Keep it simple. 1 or 2 bank accounts with a clear purpose each. A spending budget with broad categories, not a spreadsheet with 47 line items. An investment account set to automatic contributions. A single annual review instead of constant monitoring. Simple systems get followed. Complicated systems get abandoned. And an imperfect system you actually use is worth infinitely more than a perfect one gathering dust. Build the simplest version of financial stability you can maintain for the rest of your life. Then, let time do the work. 10 rules. And if you noticed, none of them require you to earn more, sacrifice everything you enjoy, or live like a monk. They require clarity about what things actually cost, about what you actually need, about what you are actually building towards. The people who always seem to have money aren't luckier than you. They've built habits, quietly, consistently, that keep money in their lives instead of letting it pass through. That's available to everyone. Start with one rule, apply it this week, then add another. If this gave you something useful, share it with someone who needs it, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.